Welcome back to my next smartwatch review. Today we have the QX17 smartwatch. I am Dave the Kayaker, and this channel is about kayaking, as you might have guessed. But I love to review tech, especially smartwatches and smart rings and anything health and fitness related. We have the QX17 smartwatch using Glory Fit Pro app, and now the box says this is a GPS watch. Now, I have my doubts about that claim, so let's find out together. In this first segment, I'm going to show you what comes out of the box, and since it was just upside down, I just dumped everything off camera. But we have the watch body itself. We get a charging cable, and this looks like it'll be a magnetic charger that will click onto the back thusly. The other end will charge into plug into a charging brick. To charge this guy, let's peel off that protective cover. We've got a watch band here, and it's a silicone band. It looks like it might be the standard 22 millimeters. I'll find out. And then we have a couple of wipes to put on a screen protector, and then the user manual. And it's got the QR code again for the Glory Fit Pro app. Is that the same thing that it said on the box? Yeah, Glory Fit Pro. And the manual actually looks pretty easy to read, maybe a little bit small. But look, it does say GPS, so maybe this actually does have GPS. I will be pleasantly surprised. But let me put the band on it, put it on my wrist, and then press the button to see if it has any charge out of the box. I will press and hold the button on the side here. And I will say it is a pretty good looking smartwatch. Let me zoom in just a little bit. So it does have battery life. I like the looks of it. It's got sort of a, I think it's an orange accent line around it that looks good. It's got a round button here, and then another button down here. It looks like there's the microphone. It'll have speakers in here as well. A little bit hard to see. So this will be a Bluetooth calling watch. All right, this does have a mapping function on it, it looks like. Maybe it's just an illustration, but it looks like it'll have GPS. Let me press and hold the middle of this to see if I can change watch faces. Yeah, that's pretty standard menu there. Bunch of watch faces out of the box. Well, I like that one. Let's swipe down. Looks like we'll get into settings. Some display settings here. Let me see if I can turn up the brightness level. Let's go brightness, turn it all the way up so you can take a look. And hey, rather than get into this out of the box, I'm just going to go away, charge it up fully, and wear it for several days, and then come back with my full, fair, and honest review. And you will see that in just a few seconds through the magic of editing. Okay, here we are more than a week later. Let's take a spin through the features here. Let's start out with the display. It's a 2.01-inch TFT display with 240 by 296 pixels, so that's pretty good. It's got a 420 milliamp hour battery in here. The strap width here is standard 22 millimeter. This thing weighs only 48 grams. So it's a really good looking watch. There you see on the back the model number is right on the back, but that's a sticker that'll eventually come off over time. It's a good solid build. I like the orange accents. It's got a button here with a crown and another button on the lower right to make it come to life. If you have the lift your wrist feature turned off, then you would press this button to make it come to life, and then if you press that lower right button, it gets you into your sports modes, and it's got 178 plus sports modes, so plenty of sports modes in here. And it comes with a standard menu, and then you can click the custom button, and then there's a lot more that you can add on here. All right, it's got SMS messaging, so if we swipe up, we get into the messages, and I've tested this. Testing SMS, does it work? And yes, it does, and I've just made a little note here. Make sure you allow the app to run in the background if you exit out of the app, and you have to be connected to your phone via Bluetooth Low Energy to have your messages pull in. But yes, indeed, they do come in. You can get your messages on the watch from the phone. It's got Bluetooth calling. I've tested that. It works fine. Again, you have to be connected to your phone via Bluetooth Low Energy and be within distance of your phone, Bluetooth distance. While we're here, it's got a compass built in, which is pretty neat. I like that feature. It's got some health features in here as well. You have it basically, if we start at the start and swipe from right to left, you have your daily activity progress bar here with your distance walk, number of steps, and estimated kilocalorie burn for the day. It's got a heart rate meter in here. It's got SPO2, or that is blood oxygen saturation monitoring. And with this, it's going to fail because it's not on my wrist. But it does have the red diode in here in addition to the green diode. So I like that. I think the red diodes are more accurate for SPO2. It measures stress. It will track your sleep from the night before. And it'll give you a range of, or basically give you your state of deep sleep versus light sleep, REM sleep, and awake times. That's all pretty nice and good. It'll pull in the weather from your smartphone when you sync it with the app, when you're tethered via Bluetooth Low Energy. Tonight is a Thursday night, so this is giving me the forecast for a full 7 days here. It's giving me all next week, over the weekend and into the next week and the next Wednesday. So that is really nice. It is a Bluetooth calling watch. So I've tested this, and you can make and take calls right from the watch itself when connected, again, via Bluetooth Low Energy. It's got a speaker built in. It's got a microphone built in, and the calling feature works well. It also has voice assist, and it is IP68 waterproof. All right, let me stop there and catch my breath for a second while I zoom in just a tad more, and we can go through some more of the features here. If we swipe down, we can get into settings. You can change your menu style here. Okay, you can turn on the lift your wrist feature, which I usually turn off to save battery life. And you come into settings here. You can adjust display settings, brightness, lift your wrist, change the theme, toggle effect, sounds and vibration, strength and whatnot. Do not disturb, theater mode, down button, you can define what the lower button does, power saving mode. You can actually set your date and time right from the watch here, and this is a little bit unique. And then a lot of these kind of budget smartwatches, the only way to set the time and date is by syncing it with the app. Here, it gives you the option of changing it right on the watch itself, or setting it on the watch itself. There's where you would do that. You can set a password. You can enable automatic sports recognition. So for some basic sports, you can just go ahead and start engaging in those sports, and it will automatically detect. Some system settings here: restart, power off, reset. There's the QR code to install that Glory Fit Pro app. Yeah, there's the about. And I think we've spun through just about everything on the watch here. So let's go look at the app. The app, again, of course, is Glory Fit Pro. To sync it, you would just swipe down and it will sync the data from your watch. And the layout of the app I like. Let me turn up the brightness here to make it easier to see on camera. But you have sort of your step count, your distance walked, and kilocalorie burn estimate for the day on the top here. It's still syncing, so it'll take a little bit of time to update here. There you have it. It just pulled in for the day. Here is your heart rate. You can take continuous heart rate measurements over time, and it gives you a breakdown of your heart rate zones: resting time, warm-up, fat burning, aerobic, anaerobic, and extreme exercise. It gives you your average heart rate, your minimum heart rate, and your maximum heart rate. And if we keep going down, here is your sleep analysis for the previous night. Again, that deep sleep versus light sleep versus REM sleep versus awake time, and it gives you an analysis here. Sleep duration, deep sleep ratio, and it tells you whether you're in the normal range or not, REM sleep, light sleep ratio, and some sleep analysis tips. You can go through the previous weeks and month and look at your previous day's sleep just by tapping on them. So it's got good sleep analysis. I find it to be pretty accurate. I've been wearing it along with a smart ring, and for sleep, these two agree pretty highly. So I tend to think they're both pretty good at what they do. There's those blood oxygen saturation measurements, and you can set up timer intervals for those to go. Here's that stress measurement. I don't know exactly how it's monitoring this, but I'm guessing it has something to do with heart rate, and it's just making some guesses here as to like what kind of mental stress you're under, physical stress. And this is not a medical device, so don't treat it as such. Any health-related measurement, these are kind of for your enjoyment only. It's for reference only. It's not meant to diagnose any sort of health condition. Always go see a doctor for that. It is not a medical device. It does have 28-day cycle tracking if you are so inclined. There's your connection to the watch. It's got some watch faces in here with a watch face market. Here's where you can turn on your SMS messages, set a reminder, smart alarms, health monitoring. You can enable it, and I have the stress monitor turned on, and it will just automatically take those measurements. And some other things, you can enable quick replies for SMS messages, and you've got a certain number of limited options predefined that you can reply to from the watch. I'll call you later, hold on, be right there, I'm sorry. And you can add a few custom ones too if you wish. You cannot type these out on the watch, but you predefine them here, and then you can just tap them on the watch to do quick replies to your SMS messages. An SOS call, you can define a contact to be your SOS. Device settings, you can turn on or off raise to wake. You can use this as a remote shutter trigger for the camera on your phone if you wish by shaking it. Do not disturb mode, find your watch, find your phone, screen time, out time. The maximum here I believe is 15 seconds, which is lower than some, but I find that to be good because it saves battery life. And you can set the device language. You can choose your language. And you can, change your unit settings from Celsius to Fahrenheit, metric to imperial, kilograms to pounds, and use either a 12 or 24-hour clock system. You can get a weekly report here, and you can look at some various things. Now let's get into sports modes, and I'm going to put this into outdoor walk mode and talk about the GPS. Now here are outdoor activities I've done. This watch does indeed have a GPS mode, all right? And here's some walks I've done. Here is, let's see, this was an outdoor walk I did the other day, and it's a little weird that it got the total mileage right, but I got to this point and the GPS quit tracking, it quit working, even though my walk continued up over here and further on up. So it cut off part of the tracks here, which I find a little disconcerting. Outdoor run. This was a kayak trip I did that was about 11 miles, and you can see the GPS tracks it captured the whole length of this trip. All right. So you can see that green line there. That was my route on the water, all 12 miles of it, and yet it says it was only 0.42 of a mile. So the GPS is inconsistent. Sometimes it cuts off even though you didn't turn it off when you should keep going. And in this case, it kept the whole track but totally got the mileage wrong. Now, on this particular outing, I had taken the watch off my wrist and tied it to a bungee cord on the deck of my kayak. And granted, I was down in a bit of a canyon with steep cliffs on both sides. So I don't know if that factored into why I got the mileage wrong, but I find it odd that it would get the whole route tracked properly and get the mileage wrong. So I don't think the GPS function on this watch is all that good, to be honest with you. So I cannot recommend this as a GPS watch. So I did want to cover that. My final thoughts. This is a good basic smartwatch. I don't think it's a very good GPS watch. So it's selling on AliExpress right now for $22.62. If you like the looks of it and you like the sort of the health tracking features, the sleep tracking and the step count, I would say it's pretty good for all of that. I don't like it as a GPS watch because it's just not reliable. So there you go. I would not recommend this watch, but check it out on AliExpress. I'll drop a link below. At the very least, if you would click on that link, anything you buy on that trip to AliExpress helps me out a little bit through my affiliates account with them. So go check out AliExpress. Compare this smartwatch to others and make your own informed opinion. It's the QX17 smartwatch. Thank you very much for joining me tonight and watching yet another one of my reviews. I've got plenty of other smartwatch reviews on my YouTube playlist, on my fitness tracker and smartwatch review playlist. And all of this supports my kayaking adventures over at davethekayaker.com. I do these reviews of outdoor technology, fitness gear, smartwatches, smart rings to help monetize this site a little bit. If you want to help me out other than that, I would say go ahead, click that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, recommend this channel to others. That helps me grow this channel and help reach others. And when I earn a little bit of YouTube ad revenue, I invest it right back into the channel in smartwatches and fitness gadgets to bring those to you. So I invest that revenue right back into the site. So thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate your time and attention. I hope you have a great day, no matter when and where you are.